it's Di here from Di's Den, and I'd like to show you this little project. This is not a Stampin' Up product, but I'm going to use them because I've got a few peel-offs here to do this. Now, I saw this project done in Melbourne, and it was done by Sarah Douglas, our CEO at Stampin' Up, in case you don't know who she is. She loves to get involved, and she loves crafting herself, so she made this little book. I haven't put anything in mine. I haven't put any photos or anything in mine, so it's like this. It's like pages in a book, but I thought I would make this for my dad for part of his Christmas present, because my niece, or my nephew, sorry, and his partner have a little boy named Nicarima, and they gave me this beautiful calendar last Christmas, and all these photos are a really lovely size, and I thought when this calendar is finished I'm going to cut these out. That's my nephew and my little great nephew, his partner there. I would cut some of these photos out and pop them in my book here for my dad, because I just thought these were just beautiful pictures, and why waste them at the end of 2024? I will put them in this little brag book for my dad. So that's what I'm going to do. I do use this calendar, so let me put it back onto March so I know where I'm at. There we go. Isn't that gorgeous? He's waving his hands. This is my favourite little nephew. Well, it's my only great nephew. So yes, I thought I would make this book. It is really, really easy to make, and I would like to show you how it's done. So if you would like to bear with me, I will show you. All you're going to need is cardstock or DSP. This one I'm doing with DSP, not white card, because the one that Sarah Douglas did, she did with DSP. Now I'm doing it all with DSP that I believe is finishing up at the end of this catalogue. I'm trying to use up some of my DSP, and I'm not sure whether this mini alphabet dies is actually retiring, but I'm using that for my letters. So let me show you what you need. Let's pop that out of the way. It's not a real lot. Now I've got all my letters all cut out. I've popped them all there, so let me put each word in a little pile so I know where they are, because I'm going to do this one the same with the DSP. Now I've done a little bit of the work because there's a lot to do, even though there's not a lot of pieces. Okay, so you're going to need a piece of card that measures 9 inches by 8 1/4, which is the width of a normal A4 sheet. You'll need 2 other pieces that measure 3 inches by 6 inches in the same colour to cover in the inside. And then you will need 12 pieces of 6 by 6. Now I actually cut, oops, some of mine are stuck together. I actually cut mine out of 12 by 12 so that I could put it into it. So I've got 2 pieces here so I can show you what we do with that. And you'll need a piece of ribbon that is about 17, 18, 20, 21, 22 inches long. I've got 20 inches, so I've obviously cut that one a bit longer, but that doesn't matter. And that's all you need. As I say, I've cut my letters out, so let me show you what you need to do. And it's so easy. I just could not believe how easy this project can be. Alright, so we're going to pop this into our scoring board, and we're going to score this. Let me get the right end of my score tool, the little ball, because this is cardstock, on the long side, which is the 9-inch side, at 7/8 of an inch. Oh, come on, get down there. I'm really not having a lot of luck. This board needs a good clean, I think. 7/8 of an inch 4 1/4 inch, 4 3/4 inch, and 8 1/4 inch. That doesn't sound right. 8 1/8 inch. That's better. 8 1/8 inch. Don't worry that I've done that. I'm going to turn that over and I'm going to push that out. So I'll use my big side of my ball and push that out. And you won't even see it when we've finished anyway. Okay, so then we're going to turn to the short side and we're going to score this at 7/8 inch and 7 3/8 inch. So that's all the scoring we're going to do. Well, we're going to need our scissors as well. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to cut across here like so. So we're going to cut on an angle through that join there so that we come into a point where that point is there where the two overlap. So just judge it so that you just cut it across on that angle so you've got the corners cut off. And we're cutting them off. It just makes a nicer corner when we actually fold and burnish this. Okay, let's put my scissors out of the way. Let's fold and burnish. So we're going to fold and burnish this on all the 4 sides. And across the middle too. So these are going to come in like this, so as you can see they mitre up fairly well. If you're not happy with the way that's mitering, that one's a little bit over, I can just trim a tiny bit extra off of that. Tiny bit extra off of that like so, so that that miters together nicer on all 4 corners. Okay, so once we've done that, we're now going to glue those 4 sides down. Now I found it easier to start along the top and the bottom, only because that was just me. There isn't any right or wrong, so you're going to make sure that that's down nice and tight. So give it a good burnish. I did the top and the bottom first, I guess, because you've got the score lines here and we're going to need to re-burnish those score lines. So this gives them time to actually dry a little bit. So nice and burnish down nice and hard. Again, on these sides ones we'll do the same. Bring it in, burnish it down nice and hard. Don't worry if there's a little bit of glue that squishes out. We're going to cover this anyway on the inside so that it's nice and thick so that it doesn't bend real easy. Okay, so once we've done that, we're now going to fold and burnish these score lines through the middle so that our spine is nice and tight. Okay, so we've got our spine nice and tight through the middle, like so. We're going to use a bit of double-sided tape now, and I'm going to put double-sided tape through the middle here. Now I'm not going to put it right to the edge, I'm going to put it only halfway along that strip that we've put down, and to the halfway mark on the other side. Oops. Pop that down nice and hard again. I like to make sure that my double-sided tape is down nice and hard, because I find that it doesn't lift as easy. And we're going to pop our ribbon in. So now I'm going to just bring my ribbon together so I can find the middle, and roughly in the middle of that, just pop that down, making sure that the top of the ribbon, if there's a different face to each side, is on the correct side when you turn it over like this, so that that's the top of the ribbon there. Okay, so once we've done that, we can get a nice press down as well. We're then going to pop in our two pieces here so that it covers those bits like so. So we're going to glue those down nice and tight. As I say, I did a lot of the prep work for this project because it can be time consuming doing the folding for the things. So I'm going to put this in, and I'm going to put it close to that folded edge of the spine on this one side, making sure that I've got roughly the same distance left and right. Give that a nice squish down, and that looks so much neater than seeing that around the edge there like so. Once we've done that, we'll do the other side exactly the same. Okay. It just makes, you will see that little bit of ribbon in the middle there, but you're not going to really worry about that bit. If you want to put a piece down the middle to give your spine a little bit extra width, strength, you can, but that is basically our book. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to put my letters on here. So let me put all my letters on the top. T, L, E, L, I'll come back, L, I, T, come back, B, R, A, G, I'm not going to put them all wonky like this, B, O, O, K. So I will pop them on, and then we'll come back and we can have a look at this. Now, for me, when I did this, I found it easier to use a block to lay that side down flat. That way, when that's flat, it's easier to put your letters on. I'll be back in a moment. Here we are, we're back again. I'm just wiping those down so that they actually are all nicely stuck on there now. Once I've done that, I'm going to put on my little peel off. And a lot of these are getting so old that some of them are not even sticking anymore. So I'm going to pop one down here, like I did on the other one. So we'll give that a nice press down. Okay, so that's the outside of our box, our book done. Oh my goodness, having lots of fun here. Alright, so now I've actually already done a lot of this because you don't want to see me sitting here sticking all of these together. So what you need to do is you have cut out 12 pieces of 6x6. If you've got a directional pattern like I have on one side, just make sure that you actually get your pattern the right way around. And we're going to fold these in half like so. Making sure I like my stripes going up and down, not across. So I've done all of them except for these last two, so I could show you. Just fold them in half like so, and you're going to glue them together. Now it's up to you whether you use wet glue or, like me, I've got a bit of this old fast fuse stuff here. So I'm going to just check how this all went together on this side. It was that one. That one's a way down, I think. Oh look, it's still sticking together there. I must have a little bit of that fast fuse sticking out the bottom there. Okay, so we're going to pop some fast fuse or wet glue or anything you like. Fast fuse is not available anymore. They do have dampens steel. Oh, come on. Now it doesn't want to work at all. Come on. Oops, get off my finger. This is why I never bought it. This was left over from Mum. Mum got on with it really well. I could never get on with it really well at all. I can't even see if that's gone. Yes, it's got it on there. I could never get on with this stuff. Never in a fit. But I'm using it up because Mum had it and I don't like to see things get wasted. Okay, so now I'm standing this up because I find that it's easier for me to line that up along the bottom like so, and then standing it up, I know that it's going to be straight along the sides. Popping that down, giving it a nice twist down like so, and then I will do the next one. So you do that with every piece, making sure that all your folds are on the same side. Doesn't matter whether they're all on the left or all on the right, depends on whether you're left or right handed when you make this up. So I just find it easier to stand it like so. I'll see if I can do it on an angle so you can see. Stand it like so. Lean this one up against it so that I know that it's straight on both edges. Lift it up before I glue, you know, whether you're using wet glue or not, just make sure that it's nice and flush on all four sides. If you're happy with that, give it a good old squish down. And now, because I've got a little bit sticking out the ends of them all, like a little bit of the fast fuse, I'm going to go through them all at a later date and just peel that off. So that is now ready to sit on the inside of our thing. So this will hold a few more pages than that if you wanted to. I'm not going to put any more pages in than that. So what I'm going to do next, and I don't like that, good job that's getting stuck down, is I'm going to go to the back of the book, to the last page, and I'm going to glue it with wet glue. So I know all my pages are there, my wet glue is there. I'll bring this in, line it up with the back of the spine, and making sure that it's nice and even and not over that spine. I will then press it down nice and tightly like so. Open my book at the last page, give it another push down. Now it's up to you if you wanted to stick it to that one, but I personally wouldn't. I would leave that open. You could put a spine down here if you wanted to, so that it can stick to that. But again, I probably would not do that. I would leave that so that I can open every page like so and show my little brags off to everybody. What do you think? Now that's a lovely project. I'm so happy I went to on stage and I saw Sarah Douglas make this project. It's a beautiful little project and I thank her so much for it. It's absolutely gorgeous. To me, it's a lovely way. As I say, I did this one with DSP. My other one I did with white card, as you can see. And I think it looks both good in both. So I think for my dad, I'll give him the white one. The other one I might give to Nicarima's grandma, which is my sister-in-law. That would be a lovely surprise for her if I gave her something like that, wouldn't it? She loves to brag about her little grandson, and I don't blame her, he's such a cutie. So if you've enjoyed today's project and you'd like the written tutorial for this project, please head down the bottom here to my online, to my Facebook group. You'll find the link down there. And once you've found the link, if you go to it, you'll find a written tutorial for this and all other projects. They always go live the same day as the YouTube video. Excuse me, I had a mental blank then. So they always go live the same day. So if you're watching this months down the track, from the date it is. Look at the date. The date will tell you whatever date this is, and then when you go to my Facebook group, you can go in the file section and you look down for the same date with the same name for the project. And I find that's the easiest way. Everybody can find things easy. So if you've enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to let's start that one again. Please give me a thumbs up. If you've enjoyed this project, please give me subscribe so you don't miss out on any other projects. And I will see you again next week. Bye for now.